So I will say, so I only have experience with Chorus. Before we used Chorus for years. I've been here at Cision for almost 10 years, which is wild, but I used Chorus before. My experience previously was like it was a tool. Like we sometimes use it, we sometimes didn't. It wasn't accurate. We found it was like missing things. But when we moved to Jiminny, I would say that the change was almost immediate in our world. So as a manager, it's made my day to day a lot easier in a lot of ways. So the first thing is that we have so much support from you guys that we never had previously. So you joined our team meetings, Alice joined our team meetings. Not only did you join to like troubleshoot, but you like walk them through how to use the tool, the most out of the tool. It got people really excited to use it. We definitely lacked that support and communications before. And then on top of that, it's right, we were able to like customize Jiminny to work for my group. So previously we weren't even call listening in Chorus. So it had too many things that it couldn't do in our world. So when we moved to Jiminny, it was super refreshing because you helped us customize everything. We have the topics in there that we can I absolutely love the digital scorecard. Oh, I love that. I love being able to like put comments in, put stars in, share it. You can share it directly with a rep, which is so cool. You can share the call directly. Everything's in one place, which makes my life really easy. I love being able to go in there, score a call. I love the call listening features. I think it's so easy to use and so it's just changed our whole workflow. The reps are really excited to use it too, which in our world, it's fast paced. We have to have something quick and easy. I think that the way that you can digitally call, score, and share calls really easily is wonderful for us. So we went from not utilizing a tool as much to utilizing it now all the time. I'm in Jiminny a couple times a week. I set a call block for me, so I just go in, listen to calls. Everything's really easy. The playlist feature is really easy. So I can't say enough good things about you guys. We have so much support. Our reps use it. We love it. And on top of that, we have support. Like you literally have built things and turned things on for us that we didn't have before. So on top of it being a great tool on its own, you've also added in the things that we need. And if you can't do it, you're like, we'll get it on the list to do it for next year. So even just like the Zoom recordings, right? Like it took us a while to work that out, but you guys, we have the support to do that. And I think that's everything with a tool, like getting people to listen to you, customize it. Because it's, sales is that we can all do the same sort of actions, but it is customized based on the company you work for. And you guys listen to us and do that. So you guys are great. I think that I could come to you guys with anything and you'd be like, we'll do it, or we'll put it on the roadmap. So I love that as a manager too. Even like silly questions I've come to and you'd be like, here's a video on how to do it, which is really great because a lot of tools don't even have that. Like to be able to respond and you guys send back a video, I love that. I would say just like a little bit of like success that we've had and like some tangible results is we've gone from like kind of call listening to now it's like a weekly occurrence. So I think just like utilizing the tool, right? Like in our world, it's easy to have all these great things, but if our reps aren't utilizing it, then it's not really doing a service to us. So our reps have all utilized Jiminny. Even just right now for October, we were talking about call listening and I got 2 this morning with calls that they want me to listen to. So I think adoption is really where we've seen the biggest issue or biggest success is that people are using it, talking about it, knowing how to use it. It's just, it's made our lives a lot easier in our world. I love Jiminny. Yeah, I would say that I also think it's just made our teams more organized. Like it's just an easier tool to share calls and score calls. I think people are more confident in helping out each other with the call listening too, where like it's great, right? If they want to send me a call, but really where we see a lot of working remote can be challenging sometimes because you can't listen to your coworker and you can't lean across the cube and be like, hey, can you send me that call? So I think it's really given people confidence with sharing calls between each other too, because it's easy to score, right? Like they get the framework, everyone's following the same process, you know how to do it, and it's kind of fun. I love going through and scoring and putting comments. So I think that's really nice too, is that we see, reps to rep call listening and sharing with it. It's a tool that's definitely made my role a lot easier. I think we would
How do you
lose
think?
people's engagement. I do. Like, I think it would take months to get that people to adopt it, especially with how much, like you said, change is happening. Like, we just changed from Zant to Outreach, right? That was a big deal and puts dollars at risk. I think we would see a lot less adoption. I think people just wouldn't use it and they wouldn't like learn how to use it. So I do. I think stability is super important, especially when we're changing so many other things that I do. I think there'd be a definite risk for people just being like, I'm not going to learn another tool. I'm not going to do it. I like also think that in a manager world, I think it would be restful for me, right? Like right now I can easily go in with my day-to-day and listen to calls, and you just walk through how we're going to be able to automatically score, like how big that will be in my world come January, being able to go in and be like, okay, if someone's not performing as well as I want them to, let me listen through some of these low scoring calls. I think it's a risk for me too, right? Like to have to go through, recreate the playlist, recreate things that we already have in place. The ease of how it's recorded and put in, it would definitely be a risk. I think we would lose adoption for sure on people utilizing the tool. I also think it's a risk to our new hires, right? Like we've built these playlists out. We've showed them how to use the tool. Our teams know how to use it. You can easily a corporate colleague could easily show one of my new hires how to find his calls in Jiminny and how to listen to demos in Jiminny and how to we have like a new hire playlist in Jiminny. I think that there's risk there too with anyone new we bring on board, because we don't have people that know how to use it and are excited about the tool and all of these things. So I do think there's some definite risk in changing that tool. I think people just, it's a busy time of year. They'll just be like, well, I don't need to learn another tool. So not to mention my ease of my day-to-day would definitely be changed too.